Fresh developments surrounding the uncertified nature of two 737 MAX variants spell further bad news for American manufacturer Boeing. The Air Current, a leading trade publication, states that while progress has been made, as we've been aware, in the ongoing certification process of the 737-7 and the 737-10, roadblocks remain. Those roadblocks surround the finalized design to address the engine anti-ice, or more commonly referred to as the EAI system. This system is something that Boeing said it would commit to having solved and remedied under the guidance of the governing regulator, the Federal Aviation Administration, before first delivery was facilitated. Described as a key safety issue, and given the scrutiny the program has been under for over half a decade, there has been a strong focus from industry analysts, the FAA and others, on how Boeing would just go about addressing this. All this means that the likelihood of Boeing achieving the previously outlined 2025 certification remains highly unlikely, and given the fresh circumstances, you would expect certification to arrive sometime in 2026. The revised timeframe represents another setback in the process of the certification of the remaining two variants in the broader program, which continue to be held back by the EAI system despite attempts to continuously rectify the issue, which have been deemed not satisfactory. What the latest set of delays means is more frustrations for airline customers and aviation enthusiasts, the latter definitely not mattering as much as airlines, who are still awaiting the delivery of these next-gen planes. Remembering that these 737 MAXs were meant to be certified years ago, and absolutely are delays in the delivery of new commercial aircraft and launch of programs very normal. However, these have ballooned out colossal amounts, and airlines are now expecting first deliveries maybe not even in 2026. Some companies being very clear in saying that 2027 may be more likely, with so many unknowns remaining in the process. Time and time again, Boeing has presented internal and external estimates for when it would certify those remaining two variants. However, time and time again, those timeframes have not been met. On several occasions now, an outsider looking in, I'm sure we all have trust issues, but if you're an airline, it makes things very difficult, especially for renewal efforts that have been hindered by challenges in replacing older, less efficient planes, driven by an inability to acquire their dedicated replacements. While these frustrations have at times been expressed in the public domain, they've now become the accepted reality, as airlines just have to deal with this. It also means that in a worst case scenario, Boeing faces the possibility of losing valuable market share. Not all airlines will make drastic shifts in their future fleet makeup. However, United Airlines has been one to take matters into its own hands and change its future fleet composition, driven by delays in the uncertified 737-10. The major US carrier has opted for more A321neo jets from Airbus, knowing these planes will be delivered sooner rather than later, with less uncertainty surrounding them. That doesn't mean that the A320neo hasn't encountered its own delays. It absolutely has, but it's certified, and the alternative is not. Furthermore, they've even changed their composition with Boeing, swapping your 737-10s out for more accessible variants and proven variants in the 737 MAX family, which offer them, at least and more importantly, a greater guarantee of actually arriving when they need the capacity the most. This is something that the 737-10 just can't guarantee them. Keen to hear your take on this down below in the comments. It feels like a never-ending saga, and I joke that it's turning me grey, but I just want these planes certified, just like airlines, just like you, to put this to bed, to start covering some of the more positive developments, like finally being able to say United has taken delivery of its first 737-10. But we're still multiple years away from that, and who knows what happens between now and then. That's our aviation industry for you. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.